Hello S2, welcome to Monday's lesson on angles. Today we're going to focus on looking at angles in a triangle. Our lesson intention today will be to find out what do interior angles of a triangle add up to, what are the different types of triangle we have, and how we can use all our basic angle facts to help us calculate any unknown and missing angles. So first of all, we're going to look at, as I said, what do the interior angles of a triangle add up to? So if you look at this triangle that's on the screen, if we were to take off the corners and separate it and then rearrange the corners onto a straight line, what we should find, and you can try this at home with a bit of paper, what you should find is that they form a straight line. And already from our previous basic angle fact knowledge, we know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, angles in a triangle, or the interior angles of a triangle, also total 180 degrees. So we're going to look at this example now. What is the total of the triangle's interior angles? In this example, the interior angles are marked in yellow, but what we can see on the outside is that the blue angles help us to form straight line angles, so it will make it really easy for us to calculate the unknown yellow angles. So the first one, as you can see there, is 80, 70 and 30. So again, just showing that the total of the triangle's interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So that's an important fact that you might want to copy down into your notes jotter. So here's a little question for you. One of the triangle's interior angles is shown as 80 degrees, but what might the other two be? I'm going to give you a little minute to think about this before I show you what the answers could be. Alright, good. So hopefully you would say that 40 and 60 could be one, 70 and 30 could be one, 60 and 60 couldn't be the other angles as it would add up to too much. The same with 40 and 40, 50 and 50 could be an option, as could 80 and 20. But what's special about these two triangles at the end? What do we notice about these two triangles? Okay, hopefully some of you are shouting the different types of angles at your screen, but now I'm going to go on to a slide just to remind you of our triangle facts. So we have our different types of triangle. The first type of triangle we have is a scalene. Everything is unequal, no equal angles, no equal lengths. We have an isosceles, where we have a pair of angles that are the same and a pair of equal sides. And the equal sides you should be able to see are indicated by these little lines here. And our third type of triangle we have here is our equilateral, which means all the sides and all the angles are equal. Again, this is something that if you haven't got in your notes jotter, you might want to pause the video and copy this into your notes. So we do have another type of triangle. We have a right angle triangle, which we've seen before because we've seen it when we've used Pythagoras. We can say that most right angle triangles would come or be classed as a scalene triangle. However, it can be classed as an isosceles triangle as well. Now, remember a right angle, we look for our little right angle symbol as well. Okay, so now that we have all of these facts, we know that angles in a triangle have to add up to 180. We're now going to use our knowledge of the different types of triangle to help us calculate some missing angles. Again, feel free to pause the video wherever you want if you want to copy down notes into your jotter. So this is our first example. What angle is x? Okay. Now I know that when we looked at our complementary and supplementary angles, I set them up as a equations. Again, it's up to you how you would like to set these out. I know that many of you like to do these calculations mentally, or you just like to use numerical working. So just do whatever makes you happy as long as you're shown working for your teachers. So with this one, the first thing you could do is 60 plus 80, which will add to give you 140. And then to find our unknown angle, use our fact that angles in a triangle must add up to 180, or interior angles. 180 minus 130 will give us 40. So x will equal 40 degrees. Our next triangle, again we're looking for x, so same as last time, 70 plus 80, giving us 150, and then subtracting that from 180, leaving us with 30. So x is equal to 30 degrees. So in this triangle, the first thing we should notice is the type of triangle. So the previous two examples were scalene. This one is clearly an equilateral triangle, meaning all angles are the same. We can set this one up in two ways to get our answer of 60. We can, because we know angles in a triangle have to add up to 180, we can do 180 divided by 3 to give us our 60 degrees. Or for some of you that want to set it up algebraically, we can do 3x is equal to 180 degrees, divide each side by 3, and then x is equal to 60 degrees. Alright, on to our next type of triangle, and the most obvious thing you should notice here is that the symbol for 90 degrees is there. So we have a right angle triangle. Let's add them up to see what our missing angle will be. So 90 degrees plus 35 is going to give us 125, and then 180 minus 125 is going to leave us with 55. Moving on, and again, look and identify what type of triangle you're working with, because the properties are important on how you solve the question. So here we can see again that we've got two sides that are the same, meaning that we've got an isosceles triangle. We're also already given one angle here. This is 70, so this means that this part here will be 70, making it easy for us to find that remaining angle at the top. So 70 plus 70 is going to give us 140. 180 minus 140 will leave us with our top angle there of being 40. So x is equal to 40 degrees. Different type of triangle again. So here we've got a scalene. So like before, 40 plus 85 is going to give us 125 degrees. Subtract that from 180, leaving us again with 55. Sorry, I moved that one a bit quick there for you folks. Right, on to another scalene, and like the last, sorry, not a scalene guys, back onto an isosceles, because we've got our two lines here indicating that these sides are the same. Again, put in any information that you have, so I know that this angle will also be 25, meaning that my remaining angle at the top there, my obtuse angle, will be 130 degrees. So on to another type of isosceles here. This time we're given the top angle and we want to work out what angle x is there. So start off by doing 180 minus 20 degrees, which will leave us with 160. But this time the 160 degrees has to be shared equally between these two. So we need to remember and divide our answer by 2 so that we get the answer that x will equal 80 degrees. Finally, again we're finishing here with a right angle triangle. So looking again that we've got the symbol there for 90, showing that you fully understand the different properties of all the triangles that we've been looking at. We've got 90 plus 65 is going to give us 155 degrees. Subtract that from 180, which will leave us with that angle being 25 degrees. Okay, so hopefully you've found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your teachers. We're always available during your timetabled maths lessons. Make sure that you're shown working and checking your Google Classroom stream for the instructions for what you do next. Most important thing to learn from the video today is that we have our 4 different types of triangles there, but no matter what type of triangle we have, all the interior angles of a triangle will add up to 180 degrees. Thank you for listening, Esther.